Whether it's to stop smoking, lose weight, conquer a fear, or stop an addiction, our next guest helps people to change their lives and break free from debilitating patterns and thoughts. Joining me now are Joanne Dunzing and Fern Tausig. Both are certified hypnotherapists at Brighter Beginnings Wellness Center. I want to thank you both for being here so much. First off, what is hypnotherapy?
Hypnotherapy is a beautiful, beautiful thing that helps people to break free from debilitating thoughts, patterns, habits. What we do is we bypass the conscious mind. The conscious mind is the part that says, you're no good, your mother said this, your father said that. We bypass that. And we get to the part of the brain that we really run off of, which is our subconscious or our unconscious. And in the relaxed state of hypnosis, we quiet that critical voice, and the brain is then open to receive things such as, I am a worthwhile person.
Sounds very peaceful.
It's
and
wonderful.
Relaxing.
It is very relaxing, very natural.
I want to mention while I was in college that we had a hypnotist come on stage, and it was a very entertaining, funny show. Does that differ from what you do?
Yes, very much so. As hypnotherapists, we work very differently. The stage hypnotists are funny. They go on. They put people into immediate hypnosis, and they have them do all kinds of silly things. The funny part of that is that we never go against our own free will. So if a man didn't want to dance like a ballerina normally, he wouldn't even on stage. So what we do is we bring people into a very relaxed state, unlike the whole funny stuff that you see going on. And in that relaxed state, they're able to make the changes. They let us know what changes they want to make, and then we do that. Whereas the stage hypnotist, it's just all fun and games.
I see. And some common misconceptions with hypnotherapy?
It's funny because people think that they can get stuck in hypnosis. It's a natural state. It's the same brain wave patterns as right before we fall asleep and right when we wake up. We can't get stuck in either of those. And again, it's a very relaxed, natural state. People also think that they'll do things that they don't want to do, and as I mentioned, we can never go against our own free will, and we don't have control over anyone else. The other thing is that people think that they'll tell secrets. That's not the case at all. No one will tell me their bank accounts or any of their secrets about their spouses or whatever.
So everything stays confidential. You're not
people wouldn't say anything to me that they normally would not say.
Okay. And what do your clients come to you for? What do they need help with?
Oh, everything. We see people for chocolate addiction, weight control, smoking cessation. We do a lot of anxiety work. It's amazing how quickly we can help people who have experienced panic attacks for many, many years. We have people who come to us who want more motivation. I have a chiropractor that I work with who is a highly motivated man, very successful, but he always wants to take it to the next level. And then, of course, there's people who are afraid of heights in their own home. I worked with a woman who was afraid of her second floor. And I knew that she had already seen some hypnotists, and the hypnotherapy didn't work for her. So I chose a different modality, which is meridian tapping. Within 45 minutes, she was practically running up and down the stairs and dancing up there. She was so happy.
So the tapping is like an emotional freedom you had mentioned.
EFT.
How does it work?
Emotional freedom technique. What we're doing is we're working with our meridians, and meridians are our highway, the energy highway within our bodies. It's just like when we're on 95, cars are flowing freely, our energy is flowing freely, then boom, there's a traffic jam. Energy stops flowing, the cars stop flowing, the tow truck comes in, the tow truck removes the car, removes the blockage, traffic flows again. The tapping removes the blockage.
I appreciate the traffic terms also. Can you demonstrate for us how this works?
Absolutely, yes. Fern and I work a lot with this. So with emotional freedom technique or meridian tapping, what we do is we start with a setup phrase. And our setup phrase has to do with what the problem is.
Okay.
So, Fern, shall we do chocolate addiction for Fern?
Yeah, we decided we would do a little chocolate addiction. Addictions are big for using this modality, so we'll do that.
Do you have a chocolate addiction?
No, am I supposed to admit that on TV?
All right, well, regardless, we are going to try and get some help
Yes,
for
we're going to do the demonstration.
Sure. Doesn't everybody have a chocolate addiction?
I think so. I was going to say I do, if you don't.
I don't want to give mine up. So, so we start on what we call the karate chop point, and Fern, what we do is our client does it right with us. So, Fern, what words would you use? What is it that you would want to get rid of in regard to this chocolate addiction? How does it make you feel? What do you think about it?
It calls me. So I see it and I just calls my name. Of course,
Okay.
special
Okay.
chocolate, dark chocolate, good chocolate, you know. I'm fussy.
So what we do is we start off with, even though chocolate calls me, I deeply and completely accept myself. What we're doing is we are acknowledging the negative, and then we're kind of bathing it in a positive.
Okay.
And we, oftentimes in our culture we say things like, if I could just keep the lid on, I'll be all right. We'll blow the lid off. Get it out already, because it's taking up space and it's not paying rent.
Okay.
Okay. So even though chocolate calls me,
I
deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though chocolate calls me,
I
deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely
and
accept
you just want
myself.
to get like almost animated and silly in it.
And you keep doing this over and
So we
over
do this
again?
3
No.
times.
Chocolate calls me. I deeply and completely accept myself.
And then we go to what's called the eyebrow point, and we get into the negative. I don't like that chocolate calls me.
I don't like that chocolate calls me.
It calls me and it just pulls me away from things.
It calls me and pulls me away from things.
And then what words would you like to throw in?
It calls me and I know it's going to make me fat.
I don't want to be fat.
I don't want to be fat.
Chocolate makes me fat.
Chocolate makes me fat.
I don't want to eat the chocolate because it makes me fat.
I don't eat the chocolate because it makes me fat.
And then
are you
underneath
touching
the
pressure
arm,
points or
meridian points,
Meridian
pressure
points,
points,
okay.
yes. An acupuncturist would place needles there. Someone who practices acupuncture, I just said that.
Sure.
Acupressure.
Acupressure? Okay.
So it's those points as well. And then we go underneath
And
the
they are
arm.
specific points.
they are okay.
When chocolate calls me, I have to go.
I don't want to have to go when chocolate calls me.
I don't want to have to go when chocolate calls me.
And then we can continue with it. Even though chocolate calls me,
Even though chocolate calls me,
I deeply and completely accept
I
myself.
deeply and completely accept myself.
How many sessions does this normally take?
Well,
Or are you instantly cured? You don't want any more chocolate.
It's amazing that very often we get results in one session.
Wow.
It's amazing. It seems like magic, but it's not. And it really depends on what it is. Some things are one session, some things could take 3 sessions,
I see.
but it does not necessarily mean a long term.
Is it a costly procedure?
no. In the state of Connecticut, we have the liberty to charge different prices, but we all kind of stay around the same price range. And this woman who had experienced the fear of heights in her home, 45 minutes, that was it.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my gosh, it was so great. Imagine living in your home and being afraid.
Yeah.
So people have a variety of different fears, and they think they have to live with it, but they don't. And that's where the modality of hypnosis, emotional freedom technique, meridian tapping, neuro-linguistic programming, that's where I say, when nothing has worked, try hypnotherapy.
Why not? Give it a shot. Seems like a
Consider
simple technique
hypnotherapy.
that could change your life.
Exactly. And with the tapping, we say try it on everything. You have nothing to lose. And we empower our clients to be able to do these things on their own. We teach them the self-hypnosis. We teach them the meridian tapping. And also some of the neuro-linguistic programming.
Okay. Well, very good. I want to thank you both for being here and explaining this topic to us. And we also want to give a special shout out to Brush and Floss for bringing us all of our health and fitness segments each week. And again, thank you for being here.
Thank
We have
you.
much